If you want to level up with ChatGPT, part of what you need to understand is that starting with a new prompt every single time or keeping your prompts somewhere else and having to kind of copy paste them is not the best way to do it. You can actually create your own GPT, which is stored instructions, stored process, so that the next time you go in, you can just say, here's my information, and ChatGPT will know exactly what to do. This is part of automating. You can also connect this to APIs and make everything go a lot faster. So what we're going to do is we're going to use ChatGPT to create the GPT instruction set to create the process behind which the GPT uses to take your information and make it repeatable. And so what we've got here is kind of the prompt to ChatGPT to help make the GPT instructions. It's kind of meta, but stick with me. So use the above info and make it actionable and repeatable into a GPT. We want to structure it like this. Overall explanation. Let's put that at the top. What is the GPT for, including the goal? Right at the beginning of your GPT instructions, you want to explain what the heck it's going to do. Then we can put our default input. What are we going to put in? Let's tell it what it can expect. Let's tell it what it can expect. Thought process to go through to accomplish the goal with numbered steps. We are going to define out exactly how it should think through to get certain things done. And then right here, I'm just going to say any other notes that are very helpful to make sure the GPT doesn't miss anything and doesn't go off track. Okay, so we'll send that. And what I did here is I actually inputted some information from LinkedIn. Somebody shared a process behind, the recipe of what they use to be able to create a presentation, specifically to sell the idea of an ad to the client. And now we're turning that into a GPT so then that can be repeatable. It's basically having this chunk of information that has a specific output and then being able to reuse that over and over and over again. Okay, so overview explanation, default input. Okay, so now what we do is we take this overview explanation all the way to the very bottom. Oh, it's not even done yet. I'll get us going in another chat here. Export GPTs, create. Now name the GPT. This is going to be add presentation to client. All right. So grab that overview explanation. I will put that down here in the instructions. And I'll put a little description up there. But that's it. So now we've got those instructions baked in. And because we've got those instructions baked in, we can use it again and again and again. We don't have to hold this prompt somewhere and be able to pull it back up. But instead, I can not only use it for myself, but I can also send this link to somebody else and say, hey, if you're trying to make the same sort of thing, then here's what you use. And then they don't have to think about all the different pieces and components. They can just give the information that they need, and then we're off and running. So it's a big time saver. And then we can't automate to connect to this specifically via the API, but we can rip out the information and put it in a different part of OpenAPI to be able to connect it all. So here we are. So add presentation to the client. There's an ad showing a business owner who is, completely overwhelmed with tasks. They are doing tasks below their pay level, but they're stuck with them. They want to delegate, they want freedom, but they are stuck with this task because they haven't started working on their business, but instead inside of it. Okay, and now let's see whatever this now gives back. I've never used this before. We just created it here. So let's see what kind of output it has. Okay, powerful representation of the frustration. Thank you very much. Stuck in the weeds. It's just not fair that John, the business owner, has dreams of scaling his company, but is constantly tied up doing tasks like managing inventory, scheduling, and answering customer emails. He's working inside the business, not on it, and it's holding him back from the freedom and growth he craves. The ad opens with John sitting at his desk, buried in paperwork, multiple screens, and post-its surrounding him. His facial expression shows stress. His phone keeps buzzing. He's juggling various menial tasks like booking appointments, responding to emails, and doing admin work. The camera zooms out. We see the clutter of small tasks that keeps growing, almost consuming his workspace, while a calendar on the wall shows a missed opportunity for a big project he dreamt of pursuing. Why this will resonate. It taps into the deep frustration many small and medium business owners feel. It highlights the gap between their ambitions and the reality they face daily. By showcasing their emotional stress and the constant barrage of tasks that aren't worth their time, we directly reflect the pain point of wasted potential. So this is cool. Let's go down to the objections. I'm really, really interested in the objections. Oh, they're not there. Where are, oh yes, do this angle. Okay, cool. So this is kind of a two-parter where it gives me kind of an idea of what's going on. And then from here, we move forward to, hey, yeah, give me everything. There was one thing at the very end that I really wanted to see, which was objection handling. Part of what the GPT will do is look at how the customers will respond, how the client will respond to the ad, and then be able to come up with those objections ahead of time, and then be able to figure out how to come against them. So we're getting there. ChatGPT is working very, very fast, but the idea here is that I want to identify what those objections are. So I'll just wait. Cool, handling objections. So what if this doesn't resonate? Well, it's been crafted using real insights from small business owners. They share similar frustrations. We'll A/B test this with different messaging to ensure the best approach. Is it too negative? Well, we balance the frustration with a clear solution. So we move from a place of overwhelm to empowerment, focusing on how simple delegation can create freedom. What if our budget won't cover the production costs? Well, we've structured the production process to allow flexibility. For example, if we can opt for a static imagery with a dynamic voiceover instead of a full video to fit within the budget. That's really cool. So if you are looking to be able to if you are looking to be able to create something repeatable with ChatGPT and you don't want to have to store your prompts all over the place, not to mention if you've got an asset where you have one place where you keep it and then you can iterate and make it better and better and better, that now becomes an asset to your business. So every single time you need ChatGPT to process some input a certain way, you've got it all ready to go. And yes, this can be connected to an API, but not this specific way. You have to take the information out of here and put it in a separate channel connected to the API. So if you want help with this, DM me and I would love to chat with you about it, or just comment below and we'll get the conversation started. Thanks.